They will not just only deliver you, they will take you to the promised land. I came here as a Joshua generation to take you to your promised land. You will not die. Joshua 3:5. Joshua said unto the people, sanctify yourself, for tomorrow the Lord will do wonders among us. Tomorrow, not next tomorrow, not 40 years time. Hear me. Moses brought them out of Egypt after 430 years. When God was about to complete his mission, he used a soldier called Joshua. And hear me, Joshua was to complete what Moses started. There are prophets that will deliver you, but they cannot take you to your promised land. So am I communicating? The Moses generation are deliverer, but they will stop halfway. But the Joshua generation, they will not just only deliver you, they will take you to the promised land. I came here as a Joshua generation to take you to your promised land. You will not die in the wilderness. There are prophets of quick action. Can I go further? Can I go further? Moses spent 40 years. He could not take them to the promised land. Here comes a man in the book of Joshua chapter 3, not chapter 14, not chapter 15, the 3rd chapter. He stood up and said, sanctify yourself. By tomorrow you are crossing to the promised land. So what took Moses 40 years? Or am I talking here? It made Joshua to deliver in 24 hours. Can I prophesy? Can I prophesy? By tomorrow, in less than 24 hours, you cross to the other side. You cross to your promised land. Hey! In less than 24 hours, you come out of bitterness and enter sweetness. My name is Joshua Igila. By the aurora on my head, I prophesy in less than 24 hours, cross to your promised land. When you are about to cross by a Joshua verdict, am I communicating? The Jordan can be in front of you. Your Jordan is the current problem standing before you. But when there is a word of prophetic order, like a prophetic minor, when God said cross, your Jordan will give way. Am I communicating? I don't care whether your Jordan is barrenness, whether your Jordan is rise and fall, whether your Jordan is generational curse, whether your Jordan is generational pattern, whether it's rise and fall, premature death, diabetes. I don't care. But by the word of Jehovah El Shaddai, the one that is I am that I am, in the name that is above all names, in the name of Jesus, in the name of Yeshua Messiah, I prophesy, cross your Jordan, give way. The presence of God is Psalm 68 verse 1. Arise, O Lord, and let thy enemy be scattered. Not angels will arise, but the Lord himself will arise. The presence of God is God getting involved in your life presently, currently, getting involved, not sending a messenger, but sending himself. Some of you, your case does not need angels. It needs God himself. Matthew 27:46. About the 9th hour, Jesus cried out with a loud voice, Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani. Is to say, my God, why have thou forsaken me? All through the Bible, you will never see where Jesus called God. He called him Father. I am my Father. And what? When you pray, our Father that art in heaven. So what happened there? The first time he will call him God was at the cross. Do you know why? At that time, the reason why he cried and was afraid, he was afraid of the presence of God leaving the Son. Because when the presence of God leaves the Son becomes vulnerable, useless, and can never have a connection with the Father. So Jesus was afraid of losing the presence of his Father. So for the first time, he cried out and not call him Father, because at that time he became sin, so that through his sin you and I can be justified. So the reason why he was afraid, simple, he saw the second death. And the second death is the detachment of the Spirit of God from your spirit. It is worse than the physical death. Whenever the presence of God leaves a place, the thing becomes good. How do I know? The offices that were built 1965, 74. No any other one. Still the same old office. The presence of God is no longer there. It's no longer there. It's no longer there. How do I know? The presence of God have left the church. You hear them say, we are old church. We have been there for a long time, and there's nothing new. Then you hear them say, this new generational church, because the church are coming with a new presence of God. They call it a new generational church. The Spirit of God is not old. It moves and new, and they are new every day. If we hold to old doctrines and we don't allow the Spirit of God to renew our mind to be transformed, we will continue in that old way. The Bible called him that old dragon. When the presence of God is around a man, he escaped what would have destroyed him mysteriously. And people will say it's juju, because the presence of God is God's excessive grace made available in a close proximity without prayer. The presence of God does not follow your clothes. The presence of God is not tied to your expensive watch and expensive shoe. The presence of God can fall on a shepherd boy. The presence of God can enter a manger where animals have defecated. The presence of God can enter the lion's den. The presence of God can enter the burning fire. Wherever the presence of God is, that is heaven there. If the presence of God enter hellfire, hellfire will become heaven.